Welcome to the latest and greatest halftime extravaganza provided by the very proud Ramblin', Scramblin', Repellin', Compellin', Exotic, Spellin', Promulgatin', Extrapolatin', Pontificatin', Declarin', TV, Repairin', Never Swearin', Mucho, Macho, Moo Cow, Military Precision Regimental Marching Band, Drill Team, and advocates of universal yak suffrage. A hearty welcome to all returning to the Purple Valley. Put up your feet, kick off your shoes, if your neighbors don't complain too much, and enjoy this homecoming episode of The Band Does It Again, under the direction of Chris the Midnight Multi-Pole Holmes, half melodica sticks to magnet koala, and Matt got a slide now Jenkins. Across the mountains from the stinking swamp of west central Massachusetts, the people of a small liberal arts college set out to further propagate the rivalry that has existed since their inception. It seems that these young men and women described by their website as talented, energetic, and diverse, but lacking such descriptors as accomplished or intelligent, have once and for all realized their inferiority to the exuberance, brilliance, and verve of your average Eve. Determined not to pale in comparison to the exceptional Eves, the dark forces of unspeakable malevolence set their sights on the idyllic Williams community once again, ready to filch whatever resources they can away from their rightful homeland. Desperate for even a veneer of, as they put it, smartness, the students of this institution decide to show off the eloquence and articulateness of their purple nemesis. They realize that there is a lack of adjectives in their purloined library, and they need to plunder more descriptive words from the original source in order to make themselves look smarter. Back in the Williams scene, something seems terribly amiss. College council meetings take a mere 5 minutes to breeze through. The debate team is rendered utterly speechless. Humanities papers shrink to a third of their original assigned size, and the band sits distraught, unable to conceptualize a new show. Although the Eves find themselves at a loss for words, they retain their superior powers of deductive reasoning. They immediately surmise the one possible culprit for this heinous deed, an infamous organization known to have practiced biological warfare by transmitting strains of a highly lethal disease to indigenous people in the days of yore. This arch-enemy known to the world under a name too vile to speak aloud in the presence of children, the so-called A-word, that is, the Hearst. The band, meanwhile, uses its academic resources to the fullest, consulting the astronomy labs for guidance. After a brief peek into the telescope, the band exclaims excitedly, an exceedingly rare alignment of planets, a syzygy, points in the direction of the 5-college consortium. Armed with the knowledge that even the stars are stacked against the Hearst, the band decides that the only way to regain articulateness for all of Eastham is to go undercover and follow the planets. And what better guise to assume than one of a musical group? In its syzygy formation, the band will now perform Alexander's Ragtime Band. The band sees immediately why the students at AmHerst would have ulterior motives for taking more adjectives. the campus can be described by only one adjective: ugly. The students at the Hearst, nevertheless, have tried to the best of their ability to integrate the new words into their daily lives, clearly not understanding the meaning and usage of these words in a non-Seussian way. Instead of being the Lord Jeffs, the band takes note of the athletic jerseys embroidered with the upgraded phrase, the Creole idiosyncratic pugnacious Lord Jeffs. Headline articles in the AmHerst Student include phrases such as crusty detrimental data, lascivious and leviathan administrative duties, and, most perplexingly, the fabulous student body. And so the band tears through the rival campus, investigating every nook and cranny for any possible trace of the source of the pilfered adjectives. Finding none, the band breaks and enters into various buildings, ever stealthily, searching in vain. After a considerable lack of success, the band, famished from its exertions, decides to patronize the dining hall with trepidation. After chewing through the standard issue college food, the band senses description. Upon closer inspection, the food reveals a heavy concentration of vitamins A, Bs 1 through 3, B6, B12, C, D, E, K minerals, zinc, copper, selenium, potassium, and an astonishing 500% of the U.S. RDA of adjectives, clearly the very same ones that had been heisted from the Williams campus. The band sneaks into the kitchen, assuming stealth mode in its invisibility attire. From thence, the band begins the careful distillation of adjectives from the fats of food-like quasi-edible substance. In its dirty tray formation, the band will now perform the theme from James Bond. Rescues the adjectives, and upon returning to Williamstown, the band freely scatters its recovered loot amid the campus, restoring intellectual balance and discourse to the students and faculty. Secure in its belief that academia is saved for posterity once again, the band revels in the glorious, magnificent, indigo-hued, immense, wondrous, frost-capped, snowy, and adjective-written splendor known only as the Mountain.